What's up, kings and queens?
Who's doing the intro? That's good.
We both, because we are one.
What?
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 Yeah. What's up, kings?
Kings and queens?
No. If I am being greeted like that, I will say goodbye. See ya. What's up? What's up, kings and queens? Yes, as we like it, net zo zijn. Lekker zijn.
Netsu.
Netsu.
So, we're back.
Oh, we are back.
It's been a long time.
Without you, my friend. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay.
And this video has probably been our most requested video, and
I wonder why.
we're a bit bored, you know, we're in lockdown right now, so why not make a video? Just, I guess, to remind ourselves, as much as you guys, how we keep the flame alive. So, let's start. How long have we been married?
Ja. Baie lank.
How long exactly?
10 years.
Yes. Well, actually, we closer to 11 than we
No,
are
but
10.
it's 10. 10
Yeah.
and how many months?
10 years and 10 months.
Ja. Close to 11.
Mm.
Ja.
Month after next is our wedding anniversary.
My bro.
So, been a
And if you're thinking why I'm eating this yogurt, I had garlic.
Yogurt?
And this, what did I say?
Yogurt.
No, I didn't.
You said yogurt. I can't wait to go back on this video.
Okay, the reason why I'm having this lollipop is because I had garlic. It's coronavirus day. We want to keep the germs away. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No.
and your husband.
If you want to keep the flame not alive, dead, eat garlic.
It's like a fire extinguisher. Full of garlic.
Anyway.
No, I still love you, man.
Thanks, man.
True story.
Anyway, it's been requested for us to do a video about how we're keeping the spice alive. Which is weird because at our wedding.
I think you're trying to say at our wedding, but
The pastor
I could be wrong.
The word was how to keep the flame alive.
No, the word wasn't how to keep the flame alive. His word
Keep-
was make sure you keep the flame alive. Do things to keep the flame alive. Yeah. Number 1, laugh with your partner.
Oh, see, it's all set up. It's all set up, babe. See how we're working
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So-
Laughter,
Yeah, that's right.
laughter is the best medicine.
Some things that we do regularly.
That makes us laugh.
No, to keep the flame alive, and some other things that we do besides laughing.
A lot of people, we got so many people having, not a problem with it, but it's like, why do we do it? But we have date night every second week.
The only people who would ask why we do it is those that are jealous that they don't get to get away from their kids once every 2 weeks.
No. No, stop it. Let's get into it.
So every second
People
week,
like humor.
our kids go for a sleepover at our parents' house or my parents' house, and it just gives us the opportunity to go and be free and do whatever we want, even if it's just to stay home and have like order takeout and eat it at home, watch a movie, just to like no distractions
Yes.
and no responsibilities, and just to
Yes.
focus on each other.
That's right, wives and
That's-
husbands.
It's very, very good.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
And then also, when it's date night to all the wifeys out there, make sure you can go to the shop, go buy yourself some nice lacy stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping the flame alive.
Okay.
Keeping the flame alive. Or no lacy stuff. That is.
I mean, like, and this is kind of a double up on the last one, but sometimes we even have like at-home dates with the kids here, like what we call like picnic in the lounge room.
Oh, yeah, when they go to bed. Oh, yes, with the cheese platters and stuff.
Yeah. So
Yes.
like sometimes just get something nice, something out of
Very
the ordinary.
nice.
And we don't do this like all the time. I think the last time we did it was probably about a month ago. And I just go and buy like all the stuff to make cheese platters. So like, you know, crackers and cheeses, salamis, prosciutto. And then we'll even get like a sparkling grape juice or a sparkling apple juice and some fancy glasses, you know, and just like put it all out nice on a cheese board.
Ooh.
and then just sit and
That's all we're done.
and we've done it before, like we would
Love
watch a movie or whatever, and then
Mhm.
sometimes we've done it once where we sat on the bed and we didn't even watch anything. We just sat on the bed and talked.
And spoke about our kids.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
With the
I love it.
thing, and that's just like
I
it's.
like that.
I guess like most of these things so far is all about just like making time for one another.
Yeah.
And it's like a balance, right? Like you gotta have a balance. I think there's a lot of couples I see that are like in each other's pockets 24/7.
You just can't eat it.
I think that's can be unhealthy because it's like you can get sick of each other, and it doesn't like make it as
sick of each other.
no, but like you can like get on each other's nerves and stuff, and it's like
Mm.
I think it's like they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's like when you spend that time apart, then you appreciate the time you
Mm.
have together more. Like
Mhm.
obviously some couples you have that when you're at work and stuff, but like every spare moment together isn't always.
Having your own interests.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
like I do my stuff. I hang with
Yes.
the friends I've got, and like I've got hobbies like mountain biking and gaming and stuff, and I do those things on my own.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Having me time is very important, and that's why we need. That's what I like about us, because we have fun together, but we also have fun when we're not together.
Yeah.
It's like a healthy
I
balance.
don't feel like I'm missing a part of myself. Well, I mean obviously,
Hello, but no.
but like I don't feel like I've left like an important appendage behind. Like you see some guys and like. I have friends that like you spend all this time with them and then they get a girlfriend or whatever and then you just like don't see them anymore.
I
It's
know.
like you just hold a funeral for them
Yeah,
because
a
they're
balance.
dead.
A balance. What other stuff, babe?
I think like probably.
Oh, you know what? Brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Put on the cologne. Put on the perfume. Keeping the spice alive.
And like even just like making that little bit of extra effort, like
Effort.
like when you were dating and you knew you were gonna go out or you knew you were gonna have dinner or go to like just even like a friend's birthday party together,
Yeah.
you would like spend that time to pick out a nice outfit and do your hair and put on your makeup and stuff. That doesn't have to change because you're married. Like you should still kind of make an effort. Like you stop doing that stuff and then it starts to get a bit like mundane, a little bit boring, a little bit monotonous.
But let's also not forget that it's so easy to get into that because life gets busy.
Well, that's the point.
Kids
The point I was trying to what I was going to make was going into that was like it can kind of sometimes be like a snowball effect or a catch-22, and it's like so you don't make an effort and then like the flame can start to die, and then you don't feel like making an effort because the flame is starting to die, and so it's like this kind of like cycle, and you're just like, oh well, why would I bother because things have just not been that exciting. Whereas like sometimes you just have to push through and do something that like takes a bit more effort, and then things will be exciting, and then you'll be kind of like more excited the next time to make more effort.
Yeah.
That's like
like for instance, so we're not perfect. We're not sitting here and saying we're all perfect. Because there's times where Mike will send me a text or he will call me just for the sake of calling me, and I would go, yeah, what do you want? But then you have to also like switch that and be more like the communication. How you communicate with your wife or your husband is very important to also keep the spice alive. And coming back to that snowball effect, it's actually not that hard sometimes. It's the little things that you do before your husband comes home. Like you are in your gown all day. Come on, man. It's okay if you want to stay in your gown, but go brush your hair. The little things. It's just that little things. We as wives, we can make that time. And it goes for husbands as well.
Oh,
go
definitely.
to the shop and go buy yourself cologne. Because cologne.
it's like
Cologne.
finish and club. That's the argument right there.
Yes.
Another thing would be like maybe showing interest in the other person's interest, even if you're not excited about that stuff. Like I think it's like I think in the past, probably one of the most deflating things that I found is like when you're really excited about something, and then you tell someone about it. It doesn't even have to be a significant other, but just someone. You tell them about your excitement, and then you see that they like have no care about what you're saying, and it can really like kill it for you. And like I don't expect that out of anyone, but I think for your significant other, for your partner, you should definitely try your best to show interest. And that's like
I had to work on that one.
I can definitely still work on that one.
I had to work on that because computers, maths, all the stuff that I automatically just switch off. So if Mike starts talking in the beginning, well, I'm still working on it, but I'm working on it. Huh?
Yeah.
Even like with kids, our kids, like when we show them interest in what they're talking about, you can see that their eyes just lights up.
Yeah.
Same goes with our partners, like showing interest, that keeps the spice. It keeps things spicy because it's like you're listening. You know, you're the one listening. Always make sure that you're the one listening. Because there's people that wants to listen. So we're not gonna let those people that we are the ones listening, baby. I got you. Yeah. I hear you.
I think another one that like I think means a lot to probably the both of us is appreciation for the small things. Like, you know, just because, you know, your husband or wife brings you a cup of tea every day doesn't mean that you should get into this place of complacency and expectancy, like, oh, that's just what they do. Like, actually acknowledge that, oh, it's so sweet that you think of me every day to bring me this cup of tea.
Or a cup of coffee.
Or cup of coffee or anything, like just an example, like, you know, or like maybe your husband or wife comes and puts your slippers at the side of your bed every morning so that when you put your feet out of bed. No, I'm just saying, like, as a random example, like, it seems so small, it seems so insignificant, but like, but actually like acknowledging that it's something that person does and appreciating for it, because I think it's like showing appreciation also makes the other person feel really good.
Okay, babe, got you. Let's go to Kmart and go buy slippers.
I'm more of an ugly person, but
that's cute actually. Oh, next one to keep the spice alive is learning your husband or wife's
love language. 100%.
110%.
And this is the thing about language, right? Like this is because they call it a love language, and it's like a language. And so for me, who's trying to learn Afrikaans, your first language, it's like it's really tough to speak that language because I'm not fluent in it. Oh, hold on, the focus has gone out. Let's move this out of the way. There you go.
Okay.
So
it's still recording?
Yeah, it's still recording. So it's really hard to speak the language that you're not fluent in. And like it obviously would be nice for me to speak your fluent language.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about real languages here. And for me, it's so easy to go back and default back to the language that I speak, because that's what I speak fluently. So love languages is the same. It's so easy to speak the love language that you're fluent in, but what really, really touches the person's heart, touches their soul, is speaking in their fluent love language. And
what's your other two love languages? Or should we talk about that or not?
We can probably, well, let's briefly talk about it and then we can go into depth in another video. But my two is like physical touch, so like hand holding, back rubs, cuddles, like just intimacy. And the second one is words of affirmation. So like physically speaking out, like appreciation and encouragement, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Whereas
Colleen is gifts and acts of service. So like, and when we say gifts, it doesn't have to be like, you know, a $50,000 new car. It could be literally just like a 90-cent block of chocolate.
$1
to say, I was thinking about you while I was out. It's like, it's more about the thought of, I got you this because I know that you would like it and appreciate it. And then acts of service is like, you know, just like, you know, tidying up the house so that it doesn't look messy, or just like helping with a job that they have, like if you see them hanging out the washing, go and help them hang out the washing. Acts of service, that's what that is. And yeah, so look, it's I guess if you had to just summarize, it's really just about trying to understand your person, make time for your person, and appreciate your person. That's like, if you could break it down into three main subjects, that's what it would be, I think. Appreciation, time, and having fun together.
Make effort.
Make effort and be lighthearted. Don't, you know, I think one thing that I could probably just add to it, just as a quick extra, is like, I heard someone say the other day, like, don't look for flaws only. Like you can obviously, like, you know, if you have a problem with someone, you can talk to them about it, but don't be critical about it. Like, be constructively critical about it. So don't be like, oh, you never pick up your socks. Instead, be like, babe, look, it would mean a lot to me if you would pick up your socks. I notice that you don't always pick up your socks. Can you work on that? It'll mean a lot to me. That is a much better way of approaching it than just saying you don't do this and you don't do that, because it seems really like attacking, and then natural response of a human being is just go into defensive mode, and then you just end up clashing and never getting anywhere. And also, if you have negative things to say, also try and find some positive things to say. So, like, you know, you come home and you say, oh, thank you for always me coming home to a tidy house, or thank you that you had dinner ready tonight and that you cooked my favorite meal, or whatever. You know, it's like, be appreciative, look for positive as much as you look for negative. Don't always focus on negative things, because it really, that's a real like life killer out of a marriage, I think.
You did it again, babe? Do it again.
Sorry.
No, don't be
I
sorry.
get all like psychological, hey. But yeah, anyway guys, I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Share it with someone if you think it needs to see it.
And if you guys have, like, we made this thing that for the next few days, the next week or so, because we're in lockdown, we will put out a video every day.
We'll try.
In Jesus' name.
It's a lot of work. But yeah guys, anyway.
It's a lot of work, but we're gonna end it this thing now, and it'll be on.
So if you want to see more videos, make sure you also subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that you find out when we drop a new video straight
To
away.
all the people that's still leaving comments on all the other videos in the car.
Yes, we do read all the comments on the old videos as
so
well.
much.
And we really appreciate all the encouragement and love we get from you guys.
Bye bye donkey.
So, yeah.
Say bye bye donkey. Say iets
Bye.
Afrikaans heb ik je gewoon weer.
Bye bye donkey.
En nog
Lieve
wat is-
Jelle.
Oké. Hij zegt lieve Jelle. Lekker zijn.
Tot ziens. Okay guys, bye.